Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Moyna Bass Fishes. I'm Jim Moyna, and here's the topic. This is I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone in that what I'm about to say is somewhat debatable, but I just feel like I have some advice for some of these high school kids that are in high school fishing, and maybe the parents of some of these high school kids. And it is simply this: fishing is a lifelong hobby. It's something that can be done at the age of 14, 15, 16, and so on, all the way up until the very latest stages of a person's life. In other words, it's always there for us. Now, uh, compare that to team sports like football, baseball, hockey, basketball, or not even team sports, any sports, wrestling, gymnastics, cross country, tennis. A lot of these sports, basically, you're done at the age, once you get to 25, you're done. Maybe you're playing some rec league stuff, but really the serious part of that competition is over with. And a lot of us, it's done at high. Once we're done at high school, we're done. We don't have the abilities, we don't have the skills to continue in college with it. So this is what I got to say. Now, unless fishing is your child's means to stay out of trouble, okay? If fishing, if that's your child's, if that's his avenue to stay out of trouble, by all means, go all in on this high school fishing, okay? Because we all know the pitfalls of teenage trouble, and providing them with something to occupy their time, something that they're passionate about, something that they really have fun doing. Fishing is, if they're into it, man, put them there. Do that. Now, so what I'm about to say is more probably for the the student athlete or the high school uh, person that maybe maybe they're not so teetering on that, falling into a wrong path, but maybe they're teetering on, do I want to put more time into my high school fishing? Maybe I want to maybe skip maybe I want to drop out of baseball, or maybe I want to drop out of basketball or hockey or whatever, so I can put more time into my high school fishing. But they're kind of unsure. Well, my advice is you put the fishing, still go fishing, still participate in your high school fishing, um, but don't participate in the high school fishing and sacrifice this other thing you might like to do. Well, whatever sport it might be, wrestling or gymnastics or football, because you only get to do that stuff when you're young. That's fishing's Fishing is a lifelong thing, and that's part of the beauty of it. It's a lifelong thing. A 6-year-old kid can fish. A 66-year-old grandma can fish. So, but you can, if you're 66 years old, you're not going to be out on the wrestling mat competing. You're not going to be knocking heads on the offensive line against uh, the opposing defensive line. That's the opportunity you get when you're young, and that's the only time you get that opportunity. So my advice is stay in those sports, follow those sports, Do your best in those sports, whatever they might be, and maybe there's something I'm forgetting. Maybe there's other activities you only can do when you're young. Maybe they're not so athletic type of activities, but I don't know what they might be. Swimming, um, well, that's a sport. So, but stay in those sports, follow those dreams in those sports. Still go fishing, and if you can still participate in the high school fishing. But if you're trying to decide, should I do my high school fishing or should I do my high school baseball? Man, pick the baseball. Pick the wrestling. Pick the gymnastics. It's that fishing's always going to be there. So just that's my advice. And let me just reiterate: if this looks like fishing's the only way out for a kid, if it's the only thing that he's going to, if that looks like, hey, this is our one chance to get him to avoid this darker path of teenage mischief and just trouble, hey, stick with that fishing. But if you got a child that's, maybe not so teetering on that and it's not sure what to do, man, go with the sport. You're young one time, okay? I wish I was, I mean, I'm sure everybody my age, or most everybody, I'm sure we wish we had that youth again and we could do the things we used to do when we were young. Uh, for me, I'd love to take the wrestling mat again. That would be, um, that would be really fun. But I'd probably just break in half if I was to try that. So if you're when you're young, that's your opportunity. Stay after that. Anyways, that's what I got to say. Fishing's a wonderful sport. Don't give it up. I'm not saying to quit it. I'm just saying, you know, keep your, you can focus on fishing later. That's all I'm saying. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Over.